Hey, what's happening everybody? It's Jason with Dad's That Cook. You know what we're doing today? We're making a smoked apple pie. It's gonna be amazing and I can't wait for you to try it out. But at first, we got 3 cups of all-purpose, gluten-free, cup-for-cup flour. Use whatever flour you want. It's totally cool. A teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of some baking powder. Get that all put together so it's happy. 12 tablespoons unsalted butter. And we're gonna slap all this butter in here. You wanna squeeze all the pieces of butter together. See how I'm squeezing this happy butter together? I'm squeezing it. And I've got a cup of sour cream. Okay, I'm gonna slap all that in there. So if it's a little dry, that's okay. We're gonna add just a little bit of ice water to it. Ice cold water, okay? One little at a time. You don't want to do too much because then you go crazy and then it'll be all soppy and then you'll be crying. I messed up my pie. Keep folding, working and folding and working and folding. All right, cool. I think we got it here, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a little bit of this cling wrap, flip it over on like that. We're gonna take this and we're gonna squish it down. I'm gonna get another piece. I'm gonna kind of, and we're just gonna squish it out, go like this. Okay, we gotta let it rest for 30 minutes in the refrigerator, which then gives you time to go have your beer or take a nap. All right, I'm gonna flop that down there like so. Now, what I wanna do though is I only wanna take half of it because the other half I need to use for the top. So I might as well just let that sit. So I'm gonna take half. I'm gonna cut half out, and that's what I'm gonna work with, okay? I'm just gonna slap this and put that back in the fridge for a little bit more flour. I'm just put a little more flour on there. But we're just gonna roll it out into kind of the just basic shape. I'm not gonna go for round. I'm gonna fold it that way. I'm gonna fold them like that, roll it like that, roll that in there. Fold it again. So just fold it that way through. A little more flour. So I'm just trying to roll it out, get it into a nice little circle, like so. Roll this guy up. Come on, work with me here, girl, work with me. You lift it, there we go. Okay, roll, roll, roll over it. Oh, 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 well, close. Go like so. We're gonna cut the little edge parts off. Woo, I can't believe I did it. Check this out, okay? I patched this guy together, but what I need to do is I need to stick it back in the fridge again. It's got to go and sit and harden up. And we're gonna stick that in the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, so now we're working on our filling with the apples. Okay, so now I've got my apples, I got a bunch of them sliced up. Use what you want. You know, if you've got like a Granny Smith or you've got Fuji apples or whatever you like. So I don't have one of those handy dandy cores. I just have to do it all by myself. Just like so. So now I learned this little method with my thumb and stuff. I used to watch my grandma. Man, she was the baker. You want them thinner, cut them thinner. You want them a different shape, do it a different shape. I like them like that because then they all meld together, okay? So what I've got here is I've got some sugar. I got a cup of sugar. We're gonna put that in there. I got a tablespoon of some flour and a little pinch, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of some salt. You wanna make sure these guys are all mixed up. Then we're gonna take it, we're gonna dump it right on top of this stuff here. Then we're gonna mix it. And I'm just gonna let that sit for a little while. Put a little top on it, get our crust out. We'll be ready to go in just a little bit. Okay, so our pie crust just came out of the fridge. So we gotta get our little forky fork, right? And you gotta just kind of go in there and just kind of fork it. Boom, 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 done like that. Then we're gonna take some parchment paper, okay? Ceramic weights. Take a little ceramic weights and we're gonna put them all in there and we're gonna spread them out, okay? If you don't have these ceramic weights, you can use dry beans. You know, you can use dry beans, something heavy like that can handle the heat, okay? All right, so here we're at my smoker. I got it set at 375. I'm just gonna slap this guy right in there. And I'm gonna cook it for 10 minutes, pull it out, and then I gotta let it cool down. Can't wait to try it. Okay, so I got my pie crust out of the smoker. And I let it sit, I let it cool. You have to let it cool completely down. And we're just gonna layer that right on in there. Okay, which is some of that sugary happiness. The cinnamon and everything else on there. We're just gonna drizzle that on top, like so. Put a little bit of nutmeg all over the top. Butter time. That's what we gotta do. We gotta grab 2 teaspoons of this butter. Okay, you're gonna get little pinches of it. You're just gonna spread it around. That's all you're gonna do. All right, a couple more pinches. All right, so I finished the pie. Now I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of sugar on top. And that way we're gonna stick it right into that smoker. We're gonna let it do its thing and we're ready to go. So let's go put it in the smoker. And then 45 minutes from now, I'm gonna be eating this bad boy. Okay, so I smoked my apple pie last night. So I made a smoked apple pie. You can use your grill, you can use your oven, you can use whatever you've got, right? So, but I smoked it, heated it up this morning in my oven because I wanted a piece for myself. And I made a little whipped cream. So good. Look at that, nice and flaky and tasty, sweet. So good.